Hi, I'm Gerardo. I'm here with the Mass readings for Monday, January 15th, 2018. Monday of the second week in Ordinary Time, from the Lectionary 3:11. The first reading is from 1 Samuel, chapter 15, verses 16 to 23. Samuel said to Saul, "Stop. Let me tell you what the Lord said to me last night." Saul replied, "Speak." Samuel then said, "Though little in your own esteem, are you not leader of the tribes of Israel? The Lord anointed you king of Israel and sent you on a mission, saying, 'Go and put the sinful Amalekites under a band of destruction. Fight against them until you have exterminated them.' Why then have you disobeyed the Lord? You have pounced on the spoil, thus displeasing the Lord." Saul answered Samuel, "I did indeed obey the Lord and fulfill the mission on which the Lord sent me. I have brought back Agag, and I have destroyed Amalek under the ban. But from the spoil the men took sheep and oxen, the best of what had been banned, to sacrifice to the Lord their God in Gilgal." But Samuel said, "Does the Lord so delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obedience to the command of the Lord? Obedience is better than sacrifice, and submission than the fat of rams. For a sin, like divination, is rebellion, and presumption is the crime of idolatry. Because you have rejected the command of the Lord, He too has rejected you as ruler." The word of the Lord. The responsorial psalm. Today's responsorial psalm is Psalm 50. The response is, "To the upright I will show the saving power of God." To the upright I will show the saving power of God. "Not for your sacrifices do I rebuke you, for your burnt offerings are before me always. I take from your house no bullock, no goats out of your fold. To the upright I will show the saving power of God. Why do you recite my statutes and profess my covenant with your mouth, though you hate discipline and cast my words behind you? To the upright I will show the saving power of God. When you do these things, shall I be deaf to it? Or do you think that I am like yourself? I will correct you by drawing them up before your eyes. He that offers praise as sacrifice glorifies me, and to him that goes the right way I will show the salvation of God. To the upright I will show the saving power of God." Today's Gospel is the Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 2, verses 18 to 22. The disciples of John and of the Pharisees were accustomed to fast. People came to Jesus and objected, "Why do the disciples of John and the disciples of the Pharisees fast, but your disciples do not fast?" Jesus answered them, "Can the wedding guests fast while the bridegroom is with them? As long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast on that day. No one sews a piece of unshrunken cloth on an old cloak. If he does, its fullness pulls away the new from the old, and the tear gets worse. Likewise, no one pours new wine into old wineskins, otherwise the wine will burst the skins, and both the wine and the skins are ruined. Rather, new wine is poured into fresh wineskins." The Gospel of the Lord. Here are some thoughts on today's scripture. People noticed the contrast between two sorts of religion: the Pharisees' preoccupation with laws and regulations, and Jesus' love of celebrations and feasts. In his parables, the kingdom of heaven is often a banquet, a wedding, a party, a place of untrammeled joy, not of tight rules. It is so easy for us to reduce the interior of life and the freedom and the flame of the Gospels to a set of pieties and regulations. Jesus would measure our religiousness not in laws, but in love. His images here are of freshness, new clothes, new wine. Things are different now that He is among us. A new era has begun. A religious tradition was to fast when something was missing, to remind us that we are waiting for God in life, to ask for something, or to be rescued in bad times. Here, Jesus is proclaiming that the one they were waiting for has come. Rejoicing rather than penitential fast would be the response. Sometime in the future will be a time for fasting. The listeners are left wondering what this might be. We know ourselves that life is a rhythm of death and resurrection, with its time for rejoicing and times of sadness. The bridegroom has come, Jesus, the Son of God. This is for our safety in bad times to come. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed day.